Yep, people love their trucks. I mean, not only do they look good, but they're also functional, practical, and comfortable for the work site or just for everyday life. And this happens to be one of the best-selling vehicles in America right now, the Ford F-150. And today, I'm gonna take you on the inside for an interior review. And guess what? This is the off-road ready and capable Tremor trim. Starting off, this is the key for the 2024 Ford F-150. Our Tremor doesn't get any special branding or treatment, but we'll press this twice to open up the tailgate. And the Tremor model only comes in a Super Crew 5.5-foot bed configuration. But ours has a factory installed tonneau cover, which is actually really easy to use. You just pull the cord right here and you fold it. And you can even do it with one hand, but I'm pretty tall on the side of the truck. If you're a little shorter, you may have to get inside of the bed to fold it up. But you have these little bumps right here to prevent it from crashing into the back window. And on the back of the tailgate, you have your bottle opener, your openings for your clamps, this ruler for measuring all your stuff, and you also get another bottle opener. And inside the bed, there's LED lighting. You get a small storage box right here for your gloves or rope or whatever you have. And you have some tie down points in the corners and cleats. And you also get a button right here to turn on your LED lights and a Pro Power onboard generator, which can generate up to 2 kilowatts on gas power models, which this tester is, or 2.4 kilowatts on the hybrid models. And you just get your conventional outlets and you can plug in equipment or camping equipment, whatever you got. And as far as the tailgate, you can close it on this by lifting a knee. And to drop it, you can use your key. You can press the button right here, more conventional way of dropping it. Or you can use this new function that the F-150 has, which is opening up laterally. Now it stops in different positions depending on if you're towing a trailer or something, and this is the minimum opening, this is the mid, and you can open it all the way up that wide. And this is helpful for reaching items all the way in the back of the bed, just so you don't have to drop the tailgate and climb in if you're able to. And speaking of climbing in, you get a step right here, and this is nice and wide to allow you to step right on in as well. But that's it for the bed. Let's climb inside. So we do have keyless entry. You can use this keypad, or you can use the touch sensitive controls. Touching that locks it, and then putting your hand in unlocks it. And opening this up, you can see on the door panel, we have some upgraded materials that are nice and easy to clean. And we also have this gold orange stitching that you'll see throughout the cabin. And we have some decent storage for the door bins. This is a 17-ounce regular size water bottle for reference. It fits just fine. And you can even put it in the back if you need to, but it kind of fits better in the front. And you can see this has the B&O sound system, has a nice speaker cover, and you also get some storage up top for smaller items like coins or chapstick or whatever you need to store in. And speaking of storage, there's even storage on the side of the center stack. I just got my keys, and you can store sunglasses or whatever you have right there as well. And the seats are very comfortable. I'm 6'4". This is set for my ideal seating position, and you can see Tremor is stitched into the back, and you also get that gold orange stitching and some piping. And these seats are very comfortable, highly adjustable. And if you need even more adjustability, we have this button here, which adjusts the pedals. You can move it more towards you, or you can move it back. And you can see down here, we have all weather floor mats. And on the outside, we have a running board to help you get in, because this F-150 does have a pretty tall entry height. So use those running boards in conjunction with this grab handle, and it's really easy to get in. And we'll close up the door and start it right up. It has a pretty short animation screen for the digital screens, but we do get a head-up display up front. It looks really small, but trust me, it's big and it works just fine. And down here we have our digital gauge cluster. This is 12.3 inches, really easy to work. It has buttons on the steering wheel to go through different screens. And it's nice and clear, easy to read, and gives you all of your general information. And it also has a special function, which I'll get to in a minute. But on the steering wheel, we have our adaptive cruise control settings over here, and you use this to activate your Blue Cruise, and your volume controls on the left, your radio tuning controls on the right, along with your call button. We'll call hang up. And this steering wheel is electronically adjustable, so it's really good. It has a really good range of motion, and it's really good for getting into a nice, precise, comfortable driving position. And over here, you'll see some lights for your side view mirrors, just in case you need them at nighttime. The tailgate release. This turns on your Pro Power onboard generator, and also you have your headlights and your emergency brake. And this is the light for your bed. And you can see that gold orange element on the trim up here as well. And on the sides, on the passenger side, you have some up here, and you also have this nice panel. I think that's a cool looking design on there. And you have some more of that gold on the left. This is a secret compartment for hiding snacks from kids. And you also have your traditional glove box, which is nice and big. And your outlets right here. You got 12 volt and a traditional outlet for plugging up your laptop or if you need to get work done. And speaking of which, if you do need to get work done, this shifter can fold flat at a press of a button. And then you have a flat work surface, so you can eat your lunch, do your work, or whatever you need a flat surface for. And on the inside of this, you actually have a decently sized center compartment. It's nice and deep. You have a nice sized coin tray, lots of storage going on. And if you need a place to put your phone, just in case this is occupied because your wife takes up the wireless charging or whatever, you can put your phone in the slot right here. And you also have some pretty large cup holders. And this is your wireless charging station, and you have your USB-C and USB-A ports. And above that, we get your drive mode selector. I'll get back to that. But you have these neural knobs for your HVAC controls and your volume knob and tuner knob. So just in case you're wearing gloves, they're easy to grab, and everything is clearly labeled. We love physical knobs and switches for our HVAC controls because they're not a distraction. You can see your heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats, and your fan power setting right here. Really easy to work. And moving up to the infotainment screen, this uses the latest Sync 4 operating system. 12 inches, and you could get to whatever item you need to in a couple clicks. It's really easy to work and nice and clear. But the best part is this button right here, which activates your camera views. Now, this Tremor trim has a surround view camera system, so you can see all around, you can see on the sides and directly in front. And when you're on the trails, you need to have a front view. This does just that, so you don't hit anything, or you make sure there's road ahead of an incline so you don't fall to your death. And you also have your trailer views as well. But I think this is a nice camera system, really easy to access, nice and clear, and that works just fine. And this also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And on the left of the screen, you see your Pro Trailer switch right here. And back to your drive mode settings right here. You twist this to access your drive modes, and you also have your buttons for 4 high, 4 low, 4 automatic, and 2 high. And let's switch up the drive modes here. You also press this in if you want to lock your rear differential, and it gives you a nice cool animation on the gauge cluster. We have sport, eco, tow haul, normal, slippery, and I'll get to that one, rock crawl, but this is my favorite one, the off-road setting, because it changes up the gauge cluster to have a compass on the left. It reads out your engine temperatures, your oil temps. It shows you your pitch and roll angles, and it just looks really cool. But it also activates the front view camera, and it shows your tire marks to show you where you're gonna be going, which is even better. So I think when you're in off-road mode, it gives you a lot of functions to get off of the trail, and even your head-up display changes as well. It sucks to show the head-up display on camera, but I guarantee you it looks really good. Some auxiliary switches, just in case you're off the beaten path and you need to hook up some lights. You have your switches up top, you have a sunglasses compartment, and you have this for your rear window, or this for your rear window. Opens up in the middle just in case you want some more air, or if you need to haul something that's pretty long. And the other switches in front, these control the panoramic sunroof. Right here controls the shade, and this controls opening. And this actually does open. It's a really wide, really long roof, and it opens up really far back. So this sunroof, it lets in lots of light for your front seat passengers and just blows out your camera. So we're gonna close that. We're actually going to head to the rear quarters of the F-150. Opening up the back doors, you can see they open up nice and wide. And you can see the orange gold stitching continue back here as well, with the material that's easy to clean. And you also still get good storage on the door bins. You have your middle compartment and the lower compartment, which can house our 17-ounce bottle of water just fine. So if you're thirsty, you have plenty of places to store water bottles. And the seating arrangement is great, especially for taller people or larger people. I'm 6'4", I can fit behind myself just fine. Plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room. The seats are a little bit upright, but it's not a deal breaker. They're still comfortable. You see Tremor stitched into the back seats, along with some stitching and some piping. And the best part is, this has a flat floor, so middle seat occupants will be nice and comfortable. And you also have some rear seat vents, 2 stages of heated rear seats, and you get a 12-volt outlet, 2 USB-C ports, and a conventional regular port for charging up your laptop or whatever you want to charge up. You also get some pockets on the back of both front seats, which is nice. And if you need even larger storage, this has a cool party trick where these seats fold up, so you can have lots of space for taller items, larger items, or for anything that you want to haul in the back and not in the bed. And this is actually a compartment that folds up and locks into place. And now you have a bin for items and they won't roll around, which is great. And they have this mechanism to lock it in place, and it'll be nice and secure. And to unlock it, you just pull it forward and then put it down. And these seats, when you're ready to fold them back down in a regular position, you have to pull this tab and they fold down nice and easy. So that concludes our interior review of the 2024 Ford F-150. This is the Tremor trim again. And if you are looking to get an F-150 of your very own, go on kbb.com and get a fair purchase price. The F-150 starts off as a 2-door, 6.5-foot bed at $38,960. And if you're looking to get the off-road capable Tremor trim, this starts at $66,345. But the way ours is optioned with the Group 402A equipment package, the bed liner, the panoramic moonroof, and the tonneau cover, you're looking at spending $81,575. And this also has the standard 5-liter V8, pushing out 400 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. So thank you for checking out the interior review. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.